That's the reason why I don't drink coffee.
Oh, we're not on.
It's funny because I've heard people who say the opposite. They like the smell of coffee, but they don't drink it. They just enjoy the smell. It's funny because I've heard people say the opposite. Thank you, Chase, for the replay.
You're welcome.
There's a few candle makers that love making coffee candles. We're all on top of each other. Yay.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Well, I'm the top and Scar's the bottom.
I mean, as long as no one's thrusting, I think we're okay.
Well, Sam's in the middle.
Okay. Sam's getting that DP love.
It's okay as long as no one moves.
The weird thing about DP is like when they're doing DP, like the person who's on the bottom of the DP situation is the one that can't move. So like he's basically, the dude is like basically working off of the other person's work. Like he's just there.
He's collecting a paycheck. He's good.
Yeah, he's collecting a paycheck, but I mean, of course, his paycheck ain't as big as hers. But he collecting a paycheck.
I did read an article not that long ago that says that like because there aren't that many, I guess, dudes that are that good at can't keep up the stamina, can't keep up this and that. That there are certain dudes who are actually more in demand than the women.
Right. I guess I can understand that because you got to be a special kind of motherfucker to do that, especially like surrounded by people and cameras.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
You forget that there's like a whole crew behind you. Right. While you're over here, just pounding away.
Yeah, you never really realized that until like the first time you saw Orgasmo, and you're like, oh yeah, there's a whole crew there. And even if you try to pare down the crew, like you still got a lot of people. You got the person behind the camera, you got sound guys, you got like all kinds of stuff that's just around.
Yeah. But yeah, before we started, like you're talking about coffee, the one thing that I had that I did like that was black coffee was my brother had some cold brew in a can from Costco. He was like, because I was like, man, I can't wake up. I just want to, because we were just like drinking and stuff. He was like, well, drink this. And I was like, you know what? For just like plain ass black coffee that's cold, this is actually pretty freaking refreshing and good.
Wow. Yeah, I heard that's the one benefit of black coffee is it'll wake your ass up.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you call it tried to get me on some iced coffee. Pimp, while we were recording together, he tried to get me on some iced coffee because he's the type that would go to McDonald's.
Can't do it.
Go to McDonald's and get some.
Scott's all up in here, man.
What's up, Scott?
But yeah, it's weird with coffee.
Wait. Hold on, wait. Before we get started, I want to say this. I don't know what it is about my Xbox, and it's the S. It's not really the one. The Series S, not the Xbox One. But for some reason, whenever I'm on playing something and Scott's on, I am constantly reminded that Scott is on. I get that.
Steam. That happens to me on Steam with Katana Squirrel.
Yeah, for some reason, it thinks that I really need to know that Scott's on, and it sends me a message like I don't know whether it's every like 5 minutes or what, but it just kind of happens over and over.
Your boy Scott is on.
Xbox is like this is a Scott celebration here. Look at this.
No, my problem is on Steam PC. Like I'm playing a game, or I'm just even doing anything, and Steam is open. I'll get a notification every 20-30 seconds. Katana Squirrel is playing this, and then another second. Now he's playing that. I'm like, what is he doing?
It's got to be some sort of notification to where you're like, kind of like on Twitter, to where you hit the bell and you get everything that they tweet.
I know, but like it's like constant. Every 20 seconds or so, it says he's playing something else. Now, does it like add up all the things he's playing and then lets me know, later on?
Well, maybe he just has some serious gaming ADHD.
He's like, nah, I don't want to play that. Nah, I don't want to play that.
It's quite possible, but like my Xbox really wants me to know that Scott's playing. All right, so y'all ready to start the show?
Yeah,
sir.
Okay, do anybody want to start the show except me?
Go ahead, Chase.
What is up, everybody? It is Scarcasm, and in the building we have the Scarfinger,
Woo.
and we have Sam for the second week in a row.
Well, it's our second episode in a row. But hello.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I actually played some video games. That's just weird.
Oh, shit.
I actually played not one, but I played 2 different video games. Technically 3, but the other one I only put it on very, very briefly. And then sidetracked and I never went back. I pulled out my Switch at work and I was going to try to play some 2 Point Hospital and it just didn't quite work out. I've had a pretty uneventful 2 weeks.
Well, I'll switch right now.
I've had a pretty uneventful couple weeks. I mean, I'm like really focused on like selling stuff, shipping things, making these cookies, which I'm starting to not love. It's just not like it's really just not. It's not a passion of mine anymore. Like I like making stuff. I don't like being consumed with I have to make stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like since it's only me, like there's no one here to help me. If I say, okay, I made the batter, can you just make the cookies for me? There's nobody here to talk about. There's no one here to talk to about that. It's just me. And it's just like I'm just consumed with everything that's going on. I mean, it's the holidays, people are buying stuff, and that's great. I've had a couple of pretty big orders on the Candle website. So thank you to everybody that's going to ptcachandcrafted.com. Use code holiday 25 to get 25% off of your total order. And that's turned out pretty well. And then it's just a bunch of like, make these cookies, dog. Gotta make these cookies, dog. This is batter day. You need to make some batter, or like you need to like measure out your ingredients and put them in bowls so that you can make the batter. Like making cookies is at least for me right now because of how much I'm actually doing it. It's at least a 3-day process right now. Like I take the stuff and I put it in bowls. I separate the sugars from like the flour mixture for whatever I'm doing. And then I have to go back and make the batter, which doesn't take that long, but because I only have one mixer. So like after I make the batter, I have to put it away and then I have to go actually, wash everything just so I can make another one. It's just a lot. It is a whole lot. And I'm really, well, first of all, before anyone says anything, I'm really not complaining. I think the idea that people actually want these things is dope. And my lights are still on. So not complaining. It's just been a lot. Yeah, it's just been a lot. And so like hopefully I can get more of a hang of this. It's taken up a lot of personal time. If I ever got into a situation where I was working from home, I could do this shit all day. But of course, right now with Christmas coming, not too many people are moving. Everything kind of slowed down a little bit. So I just kind of, I'm at work most of the time, just not really doing very much. But like the moment it's time for me to do something, it's like, okay, don't do anything for 2 hours. And then for this next 30 minutes, do everything. Because it seems like it happens in spurts. When people call in, they call in spurts, and it gets crazy sometimes. Because also, like usually at about 3 o'clock or so, I'm usually at work by myself, which sometimes is okay, other times not fun at all. When that spurt comes in and you sitting there by yourself, it is the worst feeling ever. But it's all good. Maintaining everything will be fine. I did finally get out of the house yesterday. My cousin came over and we went downtown to like Richmond, and we actually went out to eat at one of the most popular restaurants around here, and it's kind of like a soul food restaurant. And man, let me tell you something. Them yams at Mama J's, bruh. Them yams be hitting, bruh.
Oh yeah.
I personally didn't need any more potatoes because I basically got a chicken sandwich and I got some fries, but I had to get some yams, bro. Like I had to get some yams. The mac and cheese be busting. Like it's like like everything in there is good. So like you gotta be careful because like the place also ain't cheap. So yeah, but shout out to Mama J's. I went out with my cousin and his daughter, and we had ourselves a good time. The game was on, and I was basically there for the first half of the game, and I was watching the Washington football team get their faces smashed in. Which was cool. The only thing that was not cool is the other team that was actually doing it at the time. Because I dislike pretty much all of that whole division. But it's just like I dislike the Giants, I dislike the Washington football team, and I dislike the Cowboys twice. So, but yeah, it was just a good time, and like it was finally something to do to get out of the house, and. It was a pretty good time. Shout out to my cousin.
Word, man.
What y'all got? What y'all got going?
Let's let Sam go since
I have nothing going on. I mean, I've done absolutely nothing. I went to the movies on Friday night with a friend of mine. It was a drive-in, and I always forget every time I go to the drive-in. I'm not going to get the best view of the movie because it's outside and there's people with their lights on and all kinds, all that shit. And I mean, it was what it was. I got some funnel cake.
You went to go see Clifford?
Sure, yeah, my boy Clifford. No, I saw Ghostbusters again.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Still ain't seen it.
I got some funnel cake. It's all right. Yeah, like $5.
Man, they used to be like a food truck that did like funnel cakes and shit that we used to go to. Like they would just put up where they were gonna be on like Facebook or some shit like that, and we'll all go to that. Man, them funnel cakes was the truth, dog. Like it was like they would do all kinds of shit, putting fruit and shit on it, and you can get some with some ice cream and some Oreos and like all kinds of like.
Oh,
crazy.
Okay, they're doing it up, huh?
Yeah, they was really doing that thing.
Speaking of something that reminded me of that, I have to call some bullshit out because I remember Sam posted something somewhere at some point about eating some sort of pie or something.
Oh, you're talking about Scar's post. Yeah, well, I wasn't actually going to eat what Scar made, so I was like, okay, whatever, that looks good.
Okay. Because I remember that you don't like fruit.
I don't
like
things. Fruit and things. I also don't. Yeah, it's just a thing. Like I like fruit and yogurt. No.
But how are you gonna call shenanigans on this situation? Because he didn't say anything until I said ice cream and Oreos.
Oreos is not a fruit, sir.
Which wasn't fruit. So like he didn't say anything.
I thought it was like a cobbler or something. I was like,
yeah. I won't talk about this right now. I was talking about earlier. He commented on a cobbler or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, well, that looks good. I mean, I think, not even on cobbler is peach, except peach inside cobbler is not, because I'm getting the texture of the cobbler, and then all of a sudden there's like a piece of something else in there. I'm like, oh, what is this? I mean, which I know it belongs in there, yeah, but
like, let's be honest, apple cobbler is much better than peach cobbler. Let's be honest. We shouldn't kid ourselves. Apple is better than peach. Let's be honest.
I've never had apple cobbler.
No one agrees?
I've never had apple cobbler.
I've never had it either. I mean,
it's basically an apple pie.
Canned apples is not the business for me.
Really? Yeah. I love apples. I eat at least an apple.
Canned, like the ones that you put inside things.
Yeah, but I get the ones that's supposed to be for like pie filling. Like that type of stuff. Yeah. I'm not getting like the fried apples in the can. I'm getting the ones that's supposed to be for a pie. You know what I mean? It's a different situation there. I mean, so, well, I'm fat, so you should take my word for it.
No, I did that, and that's pretty much really it. I mean, I've just been goofing around the computer. fixed an issue that I've been having that I was texting Chase about every day, and Chase was basically like, I don't know, dog. And then it finally just magically fixed itself when I did something else to it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
I think I'm gonna need a new computer at some point. I don't know how the hell.
Do you know what you did to fix it?
Well, I inserted my external because, like, what it wasn't. I have a separate drive on here that the dude put in before he sold it to me.
Yeah.
The D drive. So when I stuck the external onto it, which is BS, by the way, because it's old and a piece of crap. When I stuck the external on it, it needed an unlocker. It needed to be unlocked. So when I stuck it on there and I restarted, the unlock thing, which is reading as like a CD or something, it attached itself to D, and it moved my D drive to E. Under E, it worked perfect, no problem whatsoever.
Huh. That's even weird that it just plugging a drive in changed your letter codes.
But. Yeah. So like as E, no problems, not at all.
But yeah, because I was wondering, because I hate.
It was like, screw you! Screw you! I'm not downloading this game.
Because the one thing that I hate more than something breaking.
Sorry about that, guys.
Is something not working and then that starts working again, and I have no idea what happened, and I'm like, I really wish I knew how the hell you're fixed now, because I don't know if you're gonna break again or whatever,
Look, I'm just saying, I'm never unplugging this thing again.
All right, Chase, what you got?
We have definitely talked since I got back from Kentucky, right?
Yes.
And we talked since I got back from Hendersonville. Or have we talked since Thanksgiving? Can't remember.
Yes. We did the show. The last show, it was. Oh, we done 2 shows since then, haven't we? I don't know. It's just fucking confusing.
Shit, stupid, freaking.
We did the show right after Thanksgiving, and then this is the next show. So yeah, but I remember you talking about going to Kentucky. I do not remember anything about Hendersonville, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you're going to tell me now.
Yeah, I mean, we just went to Hendersonville for Thanksgiving. That's pretty much it, And once we got back, I mean, I've been kind of hurting for some hours, so I've just been working and finally playing some video games again. Because, doing all the traveling and stuff, I didn't really get much a chance to play, so it's been cool. Still haven't got back in my groove of playing my my backlog or whatnot. Mostly just playing like multiplayer stuff, which is what fucks me up in the beginning. But it's been fun, so.
I have not turned on my Xbox since getting the PC.
All right, can we hold on 1 second? And we're back.
Now, something that I realized that I need to do, because my startup takes way too long. I'm going to have to do, and PC people, please don't yell at me. I'm going to have to turn Steam off.
Oh, crap.
I'm not really playing anything on my PC right now.
Well, if your thing is like Steam booting up when your computer boots up, I don't have anything boot up when I could, like even if it's that's convenient, Steam's already open. I was going to go to Steam. No, I was like, I can do that shit on my own. I want my computer to boot up as fast as fuck, and I'll figure out what I want to do.
Yep, that's what it's going to have to be for me, because I just, my computer takes forever to boot up, and then usually for the show that I record when I record Return to Oswald, currently Cocaine Cougars. When I record Cocaine Cougars, it's almost not even a half an hour after I come home, and the way that my computer takes so long to set up, and we do it on Zoom. I click on the Zoom link. I'll turn on the computer when I get home, and when I click on the Zoom link, it's just sitting there. It's just not doing anything.
Yeah.
It takes forever.
Yeah, Scott said that, speaking of backlog, he's playing Halo Wars 2. And he didn't know that Halo Wars, that it tied Halo Infinite with the Banished.
Absolutely, yes. But there's a spoiler that I probably shouldn't say that was very, very weird. I mean, it's like the very, very first part of the game. So it shouldn't be that crazy. But oh yeah, because people like Blue can't play because for some reason Halo's not working very well on PC currently.
I haven't even tried. I'm not too busy with other stuff.
So I'm gonna hold on to the spoiler. But yes, the Banished are in Halo Wars 2. They are the bad guys of Halo Wars 2. And like I said, Atriox is a monster. Like the very beginning of that game, like one of the early cutscenes is him wiping the floor with 3 Spartans by himself, and critically injuring one of those Spartans.
Wow.
So that shows you what type of motherfucker Atriox was. You know what I mean? Like he completely wipes the floor with 3 Spartans by himself.
I mean, Atriox, I mean, just by name, you know that's a badass motherfucker. you don't just name your kid Atriox and they're going to be like a little nerd, you know. Atriox just means badass motherfucker, it sounds like.
Yeah, but like you can't, I mean, with a name like Atriox, like you can't name one of these like current young people Atriox. You know what I mean? Like that don't sound right. Like,
that sounds like something Elon Musk would name his son.
Yeah, like Atriox, you know, but in symbols. Is his kid like a symbol?
Was he Prince?
No, I think Elon Musk's kid is like a symbol or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a weird symbol, but I think it's phonetically, it's something phonetically. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, it's just something. Yeah, it's like, yeah. I'm not even gonna try to figure that part out.
I mean, Princess was just the artist for. I mean, wasn't that all it ever meant? Was the artist formerly known as Prince?
Yeah,
I think that's just what he called himself later.
Like, yeah, but what was the symbol phonetically? Wasn't that like?
No, not him. The Elon Musk kid. I don't think there was a something phonetically for the symbol.
There wasn't anything phonetically for Prince. No,
he was like, "This is my name."
Yeah, because he didn't want to use his name because it was tied to the company that he felt was abusing his talent, and he wrote "slave" across his face.
Oh yeah, I remember those videos where I was like young and I didn't understand like why the fuck does this guy have slave across his face?
You know, it's something crazy, right? People who deal with Prince, right? Especially if they're an artist, they all say the same thing. Prince will not fuck with you musically unless you own your masters.
Oh, because he can't respect somebody who doesn't own their masters. Yes,
pretty much. So like, I just watched Drink Champs with Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys it seems like an amazing person, by the way. Like she seems like really fucking dope. But let's be honest, she hasn't made good music since we found out that she wasn't gay. I mean, the music that she's been making is alright, but it ain't really the same type of shit that she was making before she was with Swizz Beatz. Because before she was with Swizz Beatz, we thought she was gay. But
I couldn't name one of her songs like past her first album.
No, I can name a few. So she was talking about she had a song, and it was not necessarily a sample, but she used some chords. That was like a similar chord progression to one of Prince's songs.
Uh-oh.
And she flew out to talk to him about it and see if he can give her blessing, give her his blessing, and he declined because she didn't own her masters. But he did suggest, like, okay, just change it around a little bit, or just, take it a step up, step down, or whatever. Like, just switch it up a little bit and you good. I'm not going to come after you if you switch it up a little bit, but you can't have this the way that it is because you don't own your masters.
I remember Alicia Keys was one of those artists who got down with Tidal when it first came out. When they were like, yeah, this is a chance for like artists to own their own whatever, blah, blah, blah bullshit.
Yeah, I think she owns her stuff now. But like, and all of those artists that got on at the time with Tidal, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye, Swizz Beatz, like they're all like, really right. Like
they're all
close. They're all close. even with Kanye crazy ass. Have y'all seen Kanye recently?
Nope.
He walks around with these like really large like mud boots. I guess that's the only thing that you could really call them. Like he really walks around with like these big ass mud boots on every day, and it's just like I know people think that he's a genius, and you know what? I don't disagree.
Stupid people think he's a genius.
No, stupid people thinks that the stuff that he says is genius. I believe that musically he is.
Musically he's a
very, very much so. But like the rest of it, no. I don't think I can't see him as the like I don't want to listen to him talk. Like, you know what I mean? When he talks, he sounds like a naive politician. I don't know if I said this on the show already. Sounds like I've said this already. Because after the Kanye West Drink Champs, it could have been this show or it could have been Return to Oswald. But he did the Drink Champs, and like I'm watching this, and I was just like, "Yo, if I was stupid, this would sound fantastic.
This would be
like, this would be the shit." And like this, technically, Kanye West is worth like $9 billion because of all of the things that he's into.
I'm pretty sure he invested his money well.
Whether it's music,
different things.
Whether it's music or it's fashion, like that type of stuff. For the people who care about the fashion part, I don't like ugly shoes. So no, thank you. I'm not buying any Kanye shoes. Kanye convinced people that burlap was cool.
Like, I remember when he first came out with his line of stuff, and it was basically like a potato sack.
Yeah, like I said, he convinced people that burlap looked cool. And I'm just like, what the fuck you mean? Like, it just does not look like anything I would want to wear. Not on my feet, not on my body. Like, I don't think burlap looks cool, dog. Like, but people buy that shit, and like, and more power to them. It ain't for me.
I have not really liked his music or really give it a good listen since like Life of Pablo. That's the last thing I really heard.
I think I have not since. Well, I did listen to the first Christian album, but like I think I skipped Life of Pablo. I think Yeezus was the one that the last, other than the first Christian album, which was actually pretty good. I think the last one that I really listened to. I think I listened to Yeezus. I never really went back.
I remember whichever one was out and kind of like having mixed reviews when we were playing Killing Floor 2. For some reason, I remember a conversation about Kanye West, and I remember playing Killing Floor 2. Like those two things, are like a memory in my brain.
Yeah, I think I didn't really listen to very much Life of Pablo. I think that's the one that I didn't really care for.
I remember he put in those Street Fighter sounds, and I thought that was hilarious.
That's the one with the thing where he was talking about poopity scoop on it. Is that the poopity scoop?
I don't remember, but it was like he was putting in that yoga flame, yoga fire. He was putting that in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Yeezus was the last one until Jesus is King. So I skipped Life of Pablo and I skipped Ye. Then I have not listened to Donda either. So.
Oh yeah, me neither.
So I can't really.
I think Ye is the one that we were talking about in Killing Floor.
So you actually listen to Ye, but you won't listen to
I haven't listened to it, but you were talking about it. So I think maybe there was a track on there. It had something to do with the bipolar thing.
I don't remember this conversation, but it probably was a conversation.
Are you sure it wasn't another black dude that you were friends with that had this conversation?
He doesn't have any more black friends.
Okay, I'm sorry. Never mind.
It's just Max. Like Max is the only other.
Max is just one friend.
Yeah, Max is the one. He has black people that's family but he ain't got no more black friends. Like it's me. It's it. That's I mean, it seems pretty obvious. Like,
well, I don't have many like people in my inner circle as a 37-year-old man. I mean, anyway, so it's not like I'm going out hanging out with people.
Yeah, my circle is really small. I think what I did when I first started, what I did when I first started podcasting and stuff like that, you get all of this influx of people, right? And every time that you do something, especially with another podcast or whatever like that, you get a new influx of people. And I just wanted to be friends with everybody because I wanted people to hear me. And then that shit just got old. Like, that shit got old.
A lot of those people from back then dropped off. A lot of them.
Yeah, you know, a lot of them don't even. Some of them don't even podcast no more. Like people just most of the people that I started around the same time, like a lot of them don't podcast no more at all. It's just like, oh, it's just me and you.
No, but I remember around that time, 2009, 2010. There was just an influx of just gaming podcasts that everybody was doing. Everybody had their own thing. It's still kind of a thing now, but it's nobody I know. All those people left.
Yeah, I think it's good that a lot of people transitioned out of gaming. You know, some of the people who are still around, they transition out of gaming and they do other stuff, like kind of how like Rashani does Hindsight and Return to Oswald / Cocaine Cougars. You know, like just getting into another lane as opposed to staying in the gaming sphere where it's just overcrowded.
Look at what's the biggest example? Sugar Free. He transitioned into doing like diabetes stuff, and now he does it as a career. Yeah,
and then you know, like JVB is like, you know, he still does it, but like he's like a photographer for real, like actually like selling prints photographer, you know what I mean, like that type of stuff. And then a lot of us transitioned out, and like I feel like the only dumbass that stayed.
Well, actually,
I wasn't supposed to stay. I was supposed to be out last year, like February of 2020. I was supposed to be out.
Yeah, what happened? They pull you back in.
No, really, it was the I always get like, no, it wasn't a pandemic. What really happens every year is August. I usually start feeling like, do I want to keep doing this? And then we do August, and it's just like, holy shit. All these people are fucking, you know, just want to be down. Like the dates get pretty much snatched up pretty fast. You know what I mean? That type of thing. That's the reason why we thought about doing August, April, even though it doesn't sound the same.
I still think just to have Augustuary.
Augustuary, right.
No. But it's just like, you know, like that is kind of reinvigorated me every year. Every time I start feeling some kind of way, it's just like, oh yeah, we could just bring people in and I don't have to talk as much. Because like I don't really want Chase to talk that much, because then Chase starts talking about like dumb shit like horror movies, and I'm like, what the fuck? So like that's the reason why I'm glad Chase has Crucial Core. Like that's fucking fantastic. So you can take all of that shit and put it directly over there. We if you want to listen to the Friday the 13th talk, do that. What's your next season gonna be on?
David Lynch films.
Who the fuck is David Lynch?
I know who David Lynch is, but it's not my thing. It's not a thing I ever liked. He makes those weird films, like those weird, like it's supposed to be artsy, but it's actually bullshit.
What he
did Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks.
Okay.
Eraserhead.
Yes.
Well, there are bullshit stuff, but David Lynch his is very
Eraserhead was very much bullshit. Come on, you can't just tell me that like. I watched that and I'm just like, what the fuck did I just look at?
White people shit.
Yeah,
like
it wasn't like it's meant to be artsy and it speaks volumes. No.
Like the way that white people champion that dude who made Rushmore. You know what I mean? Like that guy.
Or like the Wes Anderson guy. Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, I've never, I've actually watched Rushmore and I was just like, okay.
I watched like 20 minutes of a Tenenbaum's movie. I was just like, this is dumb white people shit to me. Sorry, Chase.
They make. I'm not saying dumb white people shit. It's just white people shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, this is very much just horse shit. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's things white people love. Like, and you know what? Chase is white. You can have it.
Chase is about to get
Yeah.
his Royal Tenenbaums collector DVD out.
Royal Tannenbaums. Oh my god, when that shit came out, all of the white people around me were so fucking hyped, dog.
Oh, the ones that got me were American Beauty. That's another one of those.
American. Well, see, American Beauty. The fact that it went mainstream probably means like people like Chase don't care about American Beauty because it went so mainstream and they started winning awards and shit. Also, Kevin Spacey.
American Beauty was good, but now it's just like
it's become a thing. That's what you're saying.
It's like this is like a autobiography. He's just playing himself.
Well, we know that now. No, I watched it with the young lady.
No, it wasn't. It's not autobiographical because he was messing with a little girl.
I was watching with a young lady, and you know that part where like the part with the paper bag. I mean, with the plastic bag. She was sitting there crying.
Yo, fucking yeah. That's
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Scott, who recently reclaimed his whiteness, is like, man, I ain't seen none of this shit. So like, okay, you still kind of halfway in, halfway out. I got you, dog. I mean, but like, you about to go to you be listening to music now.
Yeah, well, at least it's not Five Finger Death Punch or whatever. So
I was gonna whoop her.
Yeah, I don't want to listen to music that makes me feel like I'm being assaulted anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Onyxes are not in the game no more, so I don't have to feel like it's like I'm in the middle of a robbery. And like,
I was gonna say, you listen to Onyx, you want to go punch somebody.
Yeah, but like, yeah, or you feel like you were about to be punched. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all of that shit is out the game right now.
What about MOP? Doesn't that give you that same feeling?
I never listened to a lot of MOP. Like, I really know maybe.
Okay, you listen to Annie Up, and that's pretty much no. You listen to the whole album.
Annie Up, right?
Cold as Ice.
You don't know what you're doing. Which is the Jay-Z song, actually.
Oh, you don't know remix? I think they were
remix. The remix. They were on a remix because they were on a rock for a little bit. And Cold as Ice.
Cold as Ice, yeah.
Yeah. And Cold as Ice, let me tell you, Cold as Ice, what I listened to that song because it was funny because of the old Dana Carvey special where he was making fun of the original song. Like, you know what I mean? Right. Like, Dana Carvey. Bad Boys was written for him.
Chase is not having any of this. Look at him.
Bad Boy was written for Dana Carvey and John Lovitz. I just want to remind y'all that that's who Bad Boys was originally written for.
Jeez.
Yeah. House Party was originally written for Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Oh, word? Did not know that.
Yeah, House Party was written, and they what happened was they did Nightmare on My Street, and they had and they ran afoul of New Line.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing New Line is who made.
Yeah, they made the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
No, I mean they made the House Party.
Yeah, I think so. And so they ran afoul of New Line, and as a part of their settlement with New Line, if New Line came up with some shit, they had to bring it to them. They have to have first refusal on it. It was just like, you're really popular. We want to get you in a movie. How about if we come up with some ideas, we run it past y'all first. And
I'm guessing they passed.
Yeah, they passed. And Dana Carvey passed on Bad Boys because the producer or something like that was really fucking weird. But there's a story that Kevin Smith talks about where that same producer is like super fucking weird. And
that's the one that wanted him to do the spider shit or whatever?
Yes, he did wanted him to do the spider shit. That's the same guy. That's the same guy.
Yeah, I heard stories that he is a bit out there.
Yeah, and so like that guy went to meet Dana Carvey on set for something else and like creeped Dana Carvey the fuck out. It was just like, nah, dog, I can't do this shit.
That's hilarious.
But the Kevin Smith story where he's like he wanted to put like fucking mechanical spiders in his shit.
And then he put one in
like,
Wild Wild West.
and then the next movie he produced was Wild Wild West with a big fucking mechanical spider.
The mechanical spider in Superman would have worked if it was done by like Toyman or somebody. I can kind of see that.
Yeah, but do you?
I mean, if you're really going to force it in there, like if you really want to force it, have Toyman do it.
Do you want Toyman in a movie though?
Well, he could be like a tertiary antagonist or something. I don't know. He could be like the Rhino in the Spider-Man 2. Just the dude who's there.
Yes. Well, he kind of does the Sandman thing. He's kind of at the beginning, and then he's at the end.
Yeah.
Sandman thing was horrible. I'm hoping that this new Spider-Man movie is going to actually be as good as people think it's going to be, but like it just sounds like it's too much in it. You know what I mean?
All these characters are in the trailer. Sandman is in the trailer.
Yeah, like it just seems like there's just a lot going on here. It's like, how the fuck do you make all of this into one movie that's a couple of hours? Like, even if this movie is 3 fucking hours, how do you fit all of this into that? And 3 fucking Spider-Men, like all of the villains.
Do you think that's actually going to happen? Do you think Andrew and Toby are just going to waltz in there like, hey guys? I don't see it.
I believe that they can get offered enough money to be like, I'll do it for the paycheck. Toyman had
like all these nerds are really, really putting all their hopes and dreams into this film.
Oh, Toyman had a mechanical spider in the Superman animated movie, and Kevin Smith had a cameo and made a comment.
Oh yeah, I remember that when he was like, "Oh yeah, that'll never work," or something. He said something stupid in it. Yeah, that's what. That's where I remember that from.
So all right, so what do we want to get into first? I haven't been watching.
I did have something to say real quick because I forgot to say it during my part. So I went back into writing stuff for video game sites. We got back into that. So that's something I'm doing. I guess I'm going to have to post a link again because I deleted all my tweets again. I'll post a link on my Twitter. So the thing I wrote. So yeah.
Which Twitter? Because you have 2. I saw.
Oh yeah. So I split them. It's kind of like when you when you split the Hulk and Bruce Banner. No, the main one, SCLNGA. I'll put it there.
Oh, and I saw you say something to Mr. Matt earlier, and
so which one goes into the show notes? Because I changed it to the donut.
The main one. Donut King. I'll let you know what happened later, Scar. It's a conversation not for the show.
Okay.
As far as why I was like, what the heck is going on?
Right. Okay. That's what I saw. I was on Twitter briefly today, and I saw you say something, and Mr. Matt responded, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm not even following that Twitter page."
Yeah, I'll tell you about that later.
Okay, word up. All right. So, what do we get into first? I think we should get into what we've been watching first.
Cool. What are you doing?
For me, it's nothing new. It's all the same stuff. I'm still watching The Flash. The last episode wasn't as good as the others. Still watching.
The season was good though, right? You said
the season so far the season has been pretty good. The last episode is it was kind of like it had some letdown moments, but it was compared to last season, it was great. But it's weird because that's the only CW show I'm watching right now. I'm not watching none of the rest of them. I'm not even watching Batwoman, and probably should be watching Black. See, I'm about to say Black Woman, Black Woman as the Batwoman. But and I heard that it's better. I heard that this season has been a little bit better than it has been with Batwoman.
So how do they explain the character change? How do they explain that?
It's a completely different person.
Okay, so it's just someone completely new now. They're not even. It's not even okay.
Yeah, something happened to Kate Kane.
Okay.
Something happened to Kate Kane. I mean, if you want me to spoil it, I can. But because
I have the entire first season saved on my DVR, I'm never going to watch that.
Yeah. So what happened was, okay. Spoiler alert for Batwoman. If you haven't watched the last season of Batwoman, you know, just holler at your boy in a few minutes. But okay, so what had happened was, um, Kate Kane got into a plane crash,
Hmm.
and we thought she was dead. And supposedly she has been dead this whole time. And then somewhere around mid-season, they recast someone else. And basically, what they did was, they said that the bad guy captured Kate Kane, and he had some, she was in a plane crash, so it was like there was some damage to her face and stuff like that. So um, had plastic surgery to look like
Hmm.
his daughter who had died, because there was a riot in Arkham and she was trampled.
Hmm.
His daughter was in Arkham. His Black Mask. Um, so they made Kate Kane's face look like his daughter, and then the chick had hypnotized her and basically kind of implanted some memories. It's
Okay.
superhero stuff of this other lady. So like, she had basically had like a personality that was being snuffed out by the implanted one, and like it took time to have her remember that she is Kate Kane.
This is like some Blade Runner shit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But they made the shit work. Like it worked.
Okay, that's
Um,
cool.
and the crazy is like the dichotomy of, now there's two warring people in her head. So like sometimes she feels like she's Kate Kane, other times she feels like she's this other lady, and like she don't necessarily trust the people that are talking to her as if she's Kate Kane. It's like, no, bitch, that ain't me. It is very much a soap opera storyline, very much so. But that's kind of how they did it, and because she turned out to be aligned with the villain of the story, she never quite got her shit back. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it just kind of worked out that way. So into spoiler, you can mark that if you want to, Chase.
Mark it.
So, but yeah, I'm just watching that. I'm watching Queens. Queens is, you know what? It feels a little hokey because it's on ABC or something like that. I think it would be a lot better if it was on one of the cable channels. Um, but I'm still enjoying it. I'm still enjoying it, and I don't know why I'm enjoying it as much as I am, but I really am.
It just doesn't. I mean, I've seen the previews, and I'm just like, nah, not for me.
Now it's really really interesting, and like, I will say this for the millionth time: Brandy's rap voice is fantastic, fantastic,
Good old brand new.
all brand new. But yeah, her rap voice is fucking fantastic. But yeah, it's like really cool, and like it usually ends on some sort of cliffhanger. So then you just like, fuck, I gotta wait the next week. But I'm enjoying it, and I've been watching it on Hulu. I don't actually watch it on TV. So it's been cool for me. Um, and yeah, it's been working out. I don't think I've really watched really anything else other than watching a whole bunch of um, YouTube videos. I got on a Harry Potter kick. So instead of watching the movies again, I kind of watched the everything wrong with,
Oh,
and
really?
then the everything great about videos. And, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what happened. Okay, I got it. I remember that. So I've just watched all of those, instead of watching the movies, which got better for me.
I've never read the movie, never read the books, never watched the movies.
I think they're actually pretty well done. If you only care about the movies, first of all, I'll forgive you. But second of all, the movies aren't bad.
I saw the first movie, but it was with a different audio track. This dude online years ago made his own audio track for the movie, and where it's just like a completely different story. It's actually really funny.
Wow. Kind of like those dudes who did the Ninja Turtles thing.
What do you mean?
They were doing those videos where they had scenes from the Ninja Turtle movies and they just put their own words behind it.
Or like the
Yeah, kind of.
Juggernaut thing.
Yeah, like the Juggernaut thing. It was something like this guy did something like it's all him, and it's just him, just like basically watching the movie and just making his own story.
Okay.
It's like he made his own story out of it. It's really fucking funny.
I'll beat your ass, Charles. I'll beat your ass with Charles.
Yeah.
That's still my favorite line of the whole shit. I don't care what I mean.
Like, no, there's a part where like Snape pops up. He's like, and then an ugly woman appeared.
So,
and then like he calls his cousin Roast Beefy. That's the name he gave him.
Roast Beefy.
And then there's another part where like Harry Potter wins the Quidditch thing, and he just goes on like this long rant. He's like, "Cause I'm Harry fucking Potter."
Right.
But no, that's the only one I've seen.
Yeah, you're right. The Nigga Turtles. That's basically, if you look it up, it's the Nigga Turtles.
Oh god, that sounds awful. I must watch.
This shit is fucking hilarious. I think it's the same dude who started making those skits from GTA.
Oh yeah.
I think it's the same dude, and he also made the Freddy Krueger and Jason in the Hood skits using GTA. I will say this: those videos are interesting, but the music is fantastic. Holy fuck! Like one with the guy who made a lot of the beats and made some of the music and stuff like that. Is the guy well, you're probably not gonna give a shit about this because it wasn't made in the 80s.
All right.
Like the guy who made the music like made songs and like produced for like the Migos and shit like that. So like it's like they actually got a professional dude to make this music, and like the parts where Freddy Krueger is like rapping, because I mean Freddy Krueger's out there spitting, dog.
Has he got bars?
Yeah. And you can find him on your streaming service. If you got a streaming service, look up Bloody Freddy. And it's basically like it's a Bloods and Crips thing, like, you know, basically Freddy is like Bloods, Red, Nightmare, and then the 13th Street Crips, basically. So it's real cool. But Freddy doesn't speak. No, Jason doesn't speak. Just Jason doesn't speak at all during all of those. But this shit is fucking hilarious to me. I gotta find his. I gotta remember his name. But yeah, okay. I think that's all I got for me.
Cool, Jason. You want to
go? As of watching, movies and stuff, I haven't really been watching much. But I have been watching a lot of the Return of G4, which has been, I think it's been pretty good. Have you guys seen any of that?
No, I have no interest.
No.
Zero.
It died for a reason, man. It died for a reason.
Well, it died for producers and shit.
Hey,
I mean, I like Cecily, but I'm not. No.
There was an entire hour show dedicated to Booth Babes. Like,
yeah.
At that point, it was just kind of like the writing was on the wall. At that point,
the guy's name that made the Freddy Krueger and stuff. It's Real 85.
Is it, or is it fake?
Huh?
He said it's real. I said, or is it fake?
Don't you understand?
It is real.
It's real.
Some people I show that to laugh their ass off. Other people I show that to are like, "What the fuck is this?" So it always falls into either one of those. There's no middle part.
There's no middle ground on that at all.
Go ahead, Chase. I'm sorry.
Oh,
you're talking about watching G4 and watching a 24-hour marathon of Cops on G4.
Well, they did with their return or whatever. Like the first thing they were like, okay, and we're going to start with G4's most watched show, and then it goes into a cop skit, which was
that's funny.
Yeah. But
are they going to bring?
Is it an actual channel, or is it all just YouTube?
I'm sure it's YouTube.
It's on YouTube. It's streamed on Twitch, but it's actually on like TV as well. I can't remember what channel though.
Okay.
Are they going to bring back Will Wheaton to do Arena?
They got KP back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's like the main one that like one of the main ones forces behind it coming back.
You remember the Batman skits where the Batman was like Pereira. Those are pretty cool. I sometimes I miss it, but like I don't need a channel. You know what I mean? At this point, I don't need a channel for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it was just YouTube, maybe. But
I mean, it's on everything that, because they know that, yeah, there's some people that go back to the original of having it on TV, but most people are just going to watch it on YouTube anyway. You know what I mean?
It's funny that G4 originally, before it was on TV, started out as an internet show, and now it's back to being an internet show.
Yeah, it started off as Tech TV.
No, before that. No, before they merged with before they bought out Tech TV, it was like an internet show called Video Game Network or something like that. This was like in the late 90s.
Shout out to the motherfucking screensavers, dog. The screensavers used to be that shit, dog.
Leo Laporte. Shout out to Leo Laporte.
Yeah. And then he turned into the Twit. What's it called? Twit?
Oh, Twit. Yeah. This Week in Tech. Twit. This Week in Tech.
Twit. Okay, so he put in Scott put in the Nigga Turtles 1 through 9. Someone actually collected it. So I am going to share this to the Discord. Cool. Nigga Turtles.
Cool. But yes, just Kevin Pereira and Adam Sessler, the two old guys, is back. But most
Adam
of them
Sessler wasn't doing anything.
They're mostly new people, and I think new people are good. Like they really fit the kind of the feel of G4 or whatever.
I don't know the rest of these people at all. I'm looking at the list of the hosts.
I don't know them at all either, but like when you see them, it just, even though they're new, it still feels like G4. So
I mean, I think I only really watched I think I only really watched 2 shows on G4. I didn't watch anything else.
I didn't watch a whole lot of G4. I just really I watched a lot of Arena when Arena was on, but that was early. That was early G4.
I watched the 2 shows that they brought back, Attack of the Show and X Play.
Yeah,
those are the only things that I've actually watched.
Well, I mean, some of the earlier stuff was good, but Attack of the Show and X Play are like the reason most
those
people
are like the
watch.
standards.
Yeah.
Well, they actually got some people of color on the staff. Okay, good.
Shit.
Oh yeah, Black Hokage. He's really good. I like him as a host a lot.
Yeah, that's a dope.
What else you been watching?
I was trying to think I know
that's how you pronounce that, not the Black Hokage.
No.
I was trying to stay with the Black Hokage. I've seen videos of his on YouTube and stuff. He's always been a Black Hokage to me.
Oh yeah.
His mama named the Black Hokage. I'm gonna call him the Black Hokage.
That's the show title. That's how you say Hokage? Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that just kind of surprised me.
But yeah, I just looked and that because I was thinking there must have been something else I watched. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much been it, man. Because I mean we're done with the Friday the 13th, and the last one, like the remake one, I think that's my favorite episode we've done. That was a really fun episode, and like I'll probably like listen to that episode back like months from now, just like because it was a really just fun episode. How we're pretty much on Team Trent now, who's like the asshole of the group. Okay. And then we come out that actually, other than him like just giving dude shit for having a missing sister, everything Trent is getting mad at people for are legit things. Like people
said, wait. Scott said he is off to work. Halo is the game of the year, and he said peace.
Peace out, Scott.
Later, Scott. But yeah, like dudes with their feet on the coffee table. They're playing beer pong on the pool table. Just like he's just like being the dad. of the adult of the situation. You're like, why are these people your friends? Because you don't seem to like any of them, but like they're making all the bad decisions, and Trent, the asshole, is the one that's trying to right the wrongs. You know. But anyway, yeah, that it was a really fun episode.
Look, I'll get to it eventually because I'm like super behind on podcasts because I don't really listen to podcasts at home. I don't really listen to podcasts at work. So it's only like when I'm in the car, but like it takes me like 8 minutes to get to work. So
right, yeah, like yeah, that's the only time I listen. Sometimes I listen if I get like a little break, but most of the time it's in the car. But I have like a 25-minute commute. But going home, it's more like 40-minute commute because of traffic.
Traffic?
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna talk about what we've been playing.
Well, I didn't go.
Oh, you didn't go. I completely.
No.
I thought you always go before Chase. Shit.
No, I let Chase go first.
Man, fuck Chase. Go.
I finished the first season of Succession. What? Chase just disappeared. Chase, put your face back. Okay, there you go. I finished the first season of Succession. Pretty good so far. There are some things that they do. I mean, I know it's a dysfunctional rich family, but there's some things that the father, played by Brian Cox, has done that I would slap the shit out of him for. But I guess they don't do that in that family, so they move on. Yeah, I'm gonna start season 2 pretty soon.
I've heard really good things, but my access to HBO is very, very inconsistent.
Is it in your area? Can you get HP? Can you? Oh no, wait, it's AT&T in your area. AT&T. No, okay, never mind. I was gonna hook you up with my login, but you have to have AT&T in your area.
Yeah, I'm Comcast / Verizon area.
Yeah, because I gave my login to somebody, and they're like, "Yeah, they don't have AT&T here," and it's region locked. It's so weird.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense.
Yeah,
protect your McNuggets.
All right.
So I saw a review of The Longest Yard remake recently. So hey, here's the weird thing about The Longest Yard remake. Did you ever watch The Longest Yard remake?
I've never seen either one of them.
Okay, I didn't see the original, but the remake, there's a lot of famous people in there, right?
Yeah,
right.
A lot of famous people, but like on the guards side, there's like a ton of wrestlers, like Kevin Nash, Stone Cold, like they're all guards in this place. And the guy who watched it, who reviewed it, he's just talking about, and then Goldberg and the what's it called, the Great Khali is on the Khan's side. But like he noticed them, but like the whole movie he didn't notice Kevin Nash. And I thought that was really weird. Like you knew like Goldberg, you knew the Great Khali, you of course everybody recognizes Stone Cold, and like there's a couple other wrestlers just kind of around. And like no idea. Oh, also he didn't recognize Michael Irvin. He just kept saying that guy's like Randy Moss. It's like, no, that's Michael Irvin.
Oh, speaking of wrestlers, Austin Creed is a part of G4 a little bit.
His name is he hasn't gone as Austin Creed in years.
Well, I mean,
he's Xavier Woods. Oh, they call him that on there?
Well, they call him Xavier Woods / Austin Creed just to make sure you know who he is. According
to the website, WWE superstar King Woods, aka Austin Creed. That's how it's presented on this the website where it's listing the hosts.
Because he hasn't wrestled as Austin Creed in like at least 10, 15 years. Anyway, nevertheless, let me see what else. So I used to watch Top Chef back in like 2005 when it first started. And then I got into it, and I just started there was a period where I just couldn't watch it anymore because of like I just didn't have time. So I went back, maybe like early this year. Oh yeah, when the pandemic started, I noticed that they were all on Hulu. So I caught up on all the seasons that I missed out, and I'm on season 17, and I watched 18 as it was happening on TV. So I'm gonna be completely caught up with the show.
That's the show with the asshole dude, right?
What?
Is that the one with the asshole dude?
The one with the ass. What do you mean?
Who's over Top Chef?
Oh no, it's not Gordon Ramsay. No.
Okay, I saw
Hell's Kitchen.
like about a few weeks ago. Um, Rashani shared with us a clip of someone that was getting ready to fight Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, it
And
was an Irish dude, I think, or something.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he played hard, but you could tell he was shook daddy.
Oh, Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, he was shook.
Yeah.
You could tell in the clip. Yeah.
He played it off. He played it off pretty well.
Yeah,
But he was shook daddy.
I remember when that happened. I was like, yeah, he he wanted no part of that dude at all.
Nope, not one bit.
But so yeah, Top Chef is the one where like the woman goes when she eliminates someone, she says, "Pack your knives and go."
Okay.
But yeah, I'm almost caught up on that. So, and then I don't know. I guess I have to find something else to watch.
Remember you talked about that because you said every time someone's about to be eliminated, she can't stop staring at him.
She stares at him in like this sorrowful look, like I'm so sorry. I apologize.
I remember
it's true. Like Rashani was the one that said it, and I watched it. I'm like, you look at her when they're about to eliminate someone. She is just laser focused on one person, and it's always the person who gets eliminated. That's how you know who's going home. I guess it's a thing that she just can't like get rid of or something. But yeah, let me see. Watch Hokage.
Has anyone said why are you looking at me?
Why are you looking at me like that? Stop! Look that way. I guess in all these years, no one's figured it out. I guess, but been watching Hawkeye.
That's surprisingly good.
Yeah. Watch more season 4 of Star Trek Discovery. Picard is going to start in February. I thought Picard was going to start in December, but I think they pushed it back.
Okay.
He was going to be in this season, which for someone who is an immortal, John Delancey is not. John Delancey, who plays Q, has not aged very well. So I don't know how they're gonna explain that. So let's see. I think that's pretty much just been it. Just been watching random stuff on TV.
He was showing you as an aged form to like make the humans feel more comfortable with, or some bullshit.
Okay. And he's like, well, Picard, I know you're an old ass man, so I'm gonna be an old ass man too. Didn't you see season 1 of Picard, Scar, or was it somebody else?
No,
Can you watch? Okay.
I'm not a huge Star Trek guy.
Well, you don't have to be. I mean, you can just watch it.
And also, it's on that wasn't.
Oh, it's on that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on another fucking streaming service. I mean, even though the Halo show was coming to Paramount, so I was like, fuck, man.
Somebody I know actually got the trial, got like the 7-day trial, and burned through all the tricks that are on there, the new ones. I thought that was funny. Yeah,
I'll probably look into something when Halo is up. Either that, or I might have to sail them seas. See if I can get some Cody working. Yeah, or see if I can get some Cody working because I don't really want another fucking. I just don't want another streaming service. Like I have too many. And like I want to get rid of one of them, but I have to keep it because the next show that we're getting ready to do on Return to Oswald, aka Cocaine Cougars, is going to be on Orphan Black, which is on Amazon. So I can't really get rid of my Amazon.
Oh, I got something else I was starting to watch. Only because I had seen an episode of it on TV, and I was like, oh, let me see if this is on Hulu. It's a show called A Million Little Things. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I've never heard of that.
Okay, it's basically ABC's version of This Is Us.
Okay.
In the first episode, one of the characters dies. Like, he commits suicide, and we spend the whole episode, like, being all mournful about it, and he's like, oh, he was my best friend. I'm like, I don't know any of these people. Why do I give a fuck?
Exactly.
And they pretty much lost me right there. I'm like, I don't care about any of this.
It's kind of like that scene in Killzone 2.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
There's a scene in Killzone 2 where the guy that's helping you dies. And is it Killzone 2 or is it 3? One of those. But someone dies, and it's like a really, really emotional moment for the characters. But since no one has played Killzone 1, no one knew that he's the guy that died is the person that you are in Killzone 1. And that's the connection to it and why it's so sad. But it's just like, I have no idea who the fuck this is. So I don't understand because, like, most people didn't play Killzone 1.
Right. Yeah, but this show, it's you can just tell it's ABC's answer to This Is Us. A bunch of just a bunch of mournful, sorrowful, like crying bullshit.
Okay. I watched a couple of episodes of This Is Us. It seemed like it would be interesting, but like I don't. I as someone who lives by themselves cannot indulge in recreational sadness.
Yeah, I cannot sit through a show where I'm gonna feel awful. Like you want me to feel awful, like build it up. Don't just give it to us right out the gate. That's what I didn't like about this show.
Okay, I understand. Right. So, we talking games?
Sure.
Sounds good.
I've played some 2 Point Hospital, and I played some Halo. Mostly Halo.
How you liking Halo?
Halo is really interesting. First of all, you would think that the open world would make things easier. It is the complete opposite.
Why, the shit just like come at you?
It's like, okay, so like sniping jackals are back.
Oh, great.
So like you can't really stay in like an open area for very long, or someone's just going to shoot you from somewhere else. So like trying to get through some of this stuff, and you can't really use your traditional Halo room clearing methods.
Well, how big is the open world? Because I thought that it wasn't like true open world. But if they're talking about it's not true open world, isn't that how Combat Evolved was anyway? To where like even when you first land on the Halo in the first game, like it's pretty open.
This is an actual open world. I just got out of the first area. I just kind of stayed around in the first area and kind of did everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I did one thing way too early, and I regret that so much. I did the part where you get to the part where you connect to the other area, to the second area. I did that part way too early, and it was very it was very difficult. Oh, I died.
Did you get the beats?
I just kept dying over and over again. I was in the chat. With Blue and hold on, let me get his name. The dude who's in the Discord, what's his name? Big Fab Daddy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was in the chat with them, and like I was just like, oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. Yep, just died. And that just kept happening over and over again. So I kept getting that work. The ways that you used to play Halo, like it only applies right now. It only really applies when you're indoors. Don't really apply. It don't really apply outside at all. Like you have to completely, and basically, you know, like how Halo typically has. If you play the Halo campaigns, you typically have like varying settings. And like, you know, you might be in this area and there's snow here, or like it might be a desert type area or anything like that, because of course the ring world is supposed to simulate different biomes and things of that nature. Nope. When you're outside, somebody was like, what should the outside look like? It should look like the Silent Cartographer from Halo 1. It's basically so far I have not seen anything different so far. Like I said, I did a bunch of the stuff in the first area, I barely moved past the first area. I took down the first point, capture point, when you get to the second area. But yeah, the whole world just kind of looks like a kind of a new version of the Silent Cartographer mission. Well, which isn't bad. It's just like, you know, so far the terrain hasn't varied at all, except for when you're indoors.
But do you like the open world?
It took a little bit to get used to, but yes, I do actually.
That was that thing where like you move around a bit and then something like attacks you, and then you move around a bit and something else attacks you. Yeah, or do you have the option to go ham on something?
You can do all kinds of stuff, but like so far I've faced, I've faced two bosses. I've done two bounties. Both of the bounties went down pretty fast. Is just like, for that second bounty, it took me a while because I kept getting shot from someone somewhere else. And like these bosses, and when you take down a bounty or you take down one of the bosses, like you get like the version of their weapon, or I guess for your for your forward operating bases, and maybe like skins and stuff for multiplayer. I don't 100% know now, because I haven't been back to multiplayer since the single player has been out. But like, so you get like, there's two of those that I've taken down. One of them, I got his version of his energy sword, which is a different shade of purple. It kind of has a little bit of a different shape. And then the other one was like just grunt, and like his plasma pistol is like very different than the normal plasma pistol. So like, I don't know whether this makes a difference at some point down the line or however that is, but it's just kind of cool that you take out these bounties and you get like cool new shit. Some of the new weapons, because I didn't do any of the training shit, I have no fucking idea how to use.
Oh, the grappling thing.
The grappling hook is amazing, and it really, really, like, you really have so many opportunities to use the grappling hook. But see, here's the thing: I got something else that you can use for the grappling hook slot. I used it maybe once or twice, and like, no, I need my grappling hook back.
Yeah, I was listening to like a brief review by Paris, and Paris says basically to use the grappling hook, really make use of it because it's there for a reason.
Yeah, and then you can get upgrades. You find basically around, you find fallen Spartans, and like you get like what's it called, a Spartan core or whatever like that, and it's basically skill points to put into stuff. Like you can make the grappling hook better, and one of the upgrades is you electrify your grappling hook. So if you grapple onto someone, it electrifies them. But like already, if you use your grappling hook on someone, he grapples onto them, and then you fly into them and basically punch the shit out of them. The new characters I'm not quite used to yet. I am not used to, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but Cheerful Cortana. Like young Cheerful Cortana, I'm not used to that at all. And the other dude, like the guy from the previews that like finds you in
you in the ship or something or whatever.
Yeah. That dude is paranoid as fuck about everything. And you know what? He's usually right. and Master Chief is just like, no, calm down, I got this. He's just like, no, but shit's fucked up. We need to go home. He's like, no, I got this. And like, there's been a couple of times where Master Chief is like kind of slickety made a joke. It's like they try to give him like a teeny bit of personality. Because right now he's separated from Cortana. And the one that he's with right now is not Cortana. She just named herself that way. It's just another copy. There's another copy of the same personality, but it's younger.
She's Cheerful Cortana.
Yeah, I mean, they said it in like the first like 3 minutes of the scene, and like the previews, like that she was made in order to destroy Cortana. But she takes on the name, which is weird. And Jen Taylor, I think her name is Jen Taylor, right? Does the voice? I think so. She does 3 versions of the same voice. So she does Cortana, she does new Cortana, the weapon, and she does Halsey. So she does 3 voices, like a old, a young, like teenage, early 20s maybe version, and then like the adult version of the same voice basically. And she pulls it off because I can easily tell the difference between them.
Yeah.
So Halo is really dope. I really enjoy it so far. The open world takes some getting used to.
I'm just really surprised that there's no co-op.
I mean, we're not getting co-op to May.
Really? So it is actually coming.
Well, I think that the co-op thing is that they're having trouble figuring out how they're going to do it with the addition of
the open world.
Yeah.
I think the same problem they're having right now is the same problem. It's the cyberpunk problem. You gotta be able to still have people use Xbox Ones. And
because of do you think they're being
yeah,
held back by the last year?
absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's what happened to Cyberpunk also. They're being held.
That was the thing. Like that was the argument people were making. Why even bother still making it on that old platform? But then I was like, well, not everybody has. They're not readily. At the time when
Yeah.
Cyberpunk came out, they weren't readily available.
Well, they're not really available now. So, like, the only thing you can find in the
is the
fucking store is
vision.
the app.
Play anywhere, play all the thing. It's all the big Xbox family. Everything will play
Right.
on everything all the time.
But at some point, they're gonna have to draw a line in the sand.
Right. It'd be like, okay.
They're gonna have to, or it's just like, yeah, you can play this, but like, shit ain't gonna be that good, dog. Like, sigh. Like at some point, you got to draw that line in the sand, and they can't do that because they can't sell all of these. They can't sell enough consoles because the scalpers and stuff like that. I saw an article where some scalper, one of the scalpers is like 15 years old, and like he's made $2 million off of hawking PS5s.
Yeah, and I saw this one dude on Instagram who's like one of those scalper people. He was like sitting on a throne of Xboxes. I'm like, man, fuck that.
Yeah, this shit's stupid. It's stupid because like what happens when they figure out how to bust this shit, and like you're stuck with 20 fucking Xboxes.
Oh yeah, once that return policy is rise up, yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, and once the shipping issues and all of that kind of stuff works out, you're fucked, dog.
Yeah, yep.
So yeah.
Have you played much of the multiplayer?
I have. I played Friday. I played with two old friends. Actually, the two friends that I played with are the two friends that got me into Halo to begin with. These are the two friends that whooped my ass that day and invited me over to one of their houses and whooped my ass that day and made me go buy an Xbox the next day and
So you whoop their ass, yeah.
and pay their loan so I can get better, so I didn't fucking get my ass whooped.
So this is like some straight up like coming back home shit for you, huh?
You're like, get good.
Yeah, so it was cool playing the game with them, and like, you know, because we hadn't played games together in a long time. It's been like years. I'm talking like maybe like 10 years since we really played video games together. So it was just really cool. And now like we're all kind of spread out. Like we used to all work together. So like that was kind of like, you know, how we got how we met and like how we were able to keep everything going is because like we saw each other every day at work, that type of thing. But like, you know, one of us lives in like Kentucky or some shit, or Illinois. I think somewhere in Illinois. And you know, and then, you know, one of my friends still lives in Newport News, and then I live in Richmond. We're no longer like physically close, and this was the cool thing about it. It was just like we got into play. We played for a little bit, and then the homie Mike J joined. So shout out to Mike J because he joined, and we just had a ball. The problem was we kept the playlists are small until tomorrow. Like, you know, this is being recorded on the 13th. On the 14th, they're expanding, and they're actually going to have like a Slayer playlist because like we could not get into a fucking game of Slayer. It was just like all of the fucking objective games, whether it's big team battle, whether it's the small teams, we just could not get into just a regular fucking Slayer match. And even fucking, we started playing the bot matches where you can still play against the bots.
Oh, okay, that's still a thing. That's
yeah,
cool.
it's still a thing. It's still there. I don't know if it's going to go away at some point, but you can still do that. Even the bot matches turned out to be objective modes.
Wow.
Yeah, so like they're adding a Slayer playlist. They're adding a SWAT playlist. I think a Fiesta playlist. I used to love playing Fiesta. They're adding a few playlists tomorrow. As of the recording of this episode, they're adding a few playlists tomorrow. So, you know, we can go in and just get down and get, you know, like, you know, it's like, fuck this capture the flag. I want to get to some killer. That's what we call Slayer. Man, I just want to get to some killer. And then, I think they're doing the Rumble. I think they might be doing a Rumble too, so that's cool. Yeah, a Rumble is like a small map, every man for himself.
Like a free for all.
Yeah, yeah, so yeah. Rumble, the Rumble is free for all. But Fiesta, I used to love Fiesta. Fiesta, your weapons change, so like you never know which weapon you're gonna have.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
That's always
that's
fun.
cool to like get you acclimated to different guns and stuff.
Yeah, because otherwise, like guys like me just pick the same gun, use the same guns all the time and don't change them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
It's so it says I'm reading the article. It says Slayer, Fiesta, Free for All, and Tactical Slayer, which is basically SWAT. Playlist are all going on tomorrow. SWAT is cool, but you got to have good aim to play SWAT. A lot of SWAT. SWAT is basically like Call of Duty. It's you start off with BRs and no radar, and like basically a headshot does it for you.
Hmm.
yeah.
So yeah, I played that, and yeah, I had a really good fucking time.
Yeah, you think when they say GG that they mean good game, but they really mean get good.
Good noob.
I think that sounded way more profound in your head. I don't think it really did it outside, but like I think inside, you killed that shit, bro.
Yeah, it's fun. Here.
I think if you type GG there on Facebook, it changes it to purple and it does like a robotic fist bump.
Nice. So,
Jace, what have you been playing?
well, me, I'm about halfway done with Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a really good game.
How is it? That game just came out of nowhere, or to me at least, because I wasn't expecting that.
It came out of nowhere. Well, it didn't come out of nowhere because we all knew it was coming, but it came out of nowhere that it was actually good. And actually, like, a 7 out of 10 is good. But, I mean, to see a game, like I think I said this last time too, to see a game that's like a AAA studio that's like backed by Disney and all this stuff, like a big game, get overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, it's like crazy. You know what I mean? Because that's normally things for like games like Celeste. You know, I mean, I'm not dogging on Celeste. Celeste is awesome, but like it's, you know, that's the kind of game that you would get that kind of review. But yeah, it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I love the characters, how they build them, all the banters and all this stuff is great, and the gameplay's great, man. And they say, oh, I didn't really like that I can only play as Star-Lord. Well, you don't. Yeah, you only control Star-Lord, but you're playing as all of them because you're using. To me, I'm using their powers more than I am Star-Lord's. You know, Star-Lord is more like crowd control. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Mass Effect, to where, yeah, I'm playing as Commander Shepard, but I'm really playing as everybody. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's been good.
Except on Andromeda, because
Well,
have very little control over. And I want to say that the GG thing on Facebook totally works, and I keep pressing the button because there's several different ones, and just keep pressing the button over and over again. Just comment GG. It makes it pink, and then every time you press it, you see two like cartoon hands do
Is
something.
it a hashtag GG or just GG?
Just GG. I did it on the the notification about us recording today.
Oh, okay.
huh? That's cool. So it's kind of like when you type congratulations or something.
And what?
When you type congratulations.
Is that what you said the first
That's
time?
what you said, Jace.
It is.
No, sir. You said that like you were drunk.
Congratulations.
He said that like you said judicial system. That's another thing that came from that Dana Carvey special that I was talking about earlier.
But Next, I haven't really completely got back into it, but we have played a little bit more Destiny because the Bungie 20th or 30th anniversary thing come out. I didn't pay for it, because we haven't paid for anything in Destiny in a long time. But you can still get the guns for free, and you can play the little event or the offensive or whatever you want to call it for free. But the guns are definitely like Halo type guns. And
I am done with fucking Destiny. Shit is stupid, bro. They want me to pay like $100 in order to be able to like really keep playing the fucking game. No, thank you. I'm not spending $100 on Destiny after I already spent $60 in the campaign that I spent $60 on is no longer in the fucking game.
Tell us how you really feel.
Mm-hmm. And the stuff that they want me to spend money on is going away also in February. You want me to spend money on a campaign that's going away in fucking February? It's December, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
You should really email them that exactly what you just said.
No, because what I really did, I mean, I only played it because it was on Game Pass. It had all of the stuff, and it's cross-play, so I could play the game with Chase, and everything would be cool. But they took it off of Game Pass, so if you take it off of Game Pass, I'm good. Don't even worry about the dog. Straight.
But yeah, the some of the guns and stuff are like, you're like, oh, I can see how that's kind of like Halo inspired. But the one gun is called a BXR, and it is straight up a BR. Like, there's no if and buts about it. And that gun fucking is really, really fucking good. It's a pulse rifle.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
The timing on this shit is a little bit weird.
Well,
the timing on this shit is like very weird because like they come out with this shit right around the time Halo comes out, and then you have guns that are very reminiscent of Halo. And I get it, you're the creators of Halo, but it seems a little suspect. You know, bunch of little sus right now.
Well, they have stuff that is reminiscent of other games that they've made too.
Yeah, of course. Like all of the little floating sphere things.
Yeah.
They all kind of fight like the guilty spark fight. They all kind of do the same thing, and like there's a lot of allusions to Halo in Destiny, especially Destiny 1. Destiny 1 had a lot.
Yeah, but I mean it's still Destiny, you know, just playing and something to really play with Amber, and then I had all of a sudden just decided, hey, I'm play some Valheim, and picked it up for Sam. But I had did just some on my own because I had a server, and then I got rid of the server, and I was like, well, let's do these characters. Let me make another server. So I did that, and we've been playing, and it's fucking hooks are back into me, man. Fucking Valheim.
Yeah, I was playing with Chase. I was playing with Chase. It's a lot of fun. It would take a lot of work in order to, I'm guessing, build like what you need to build or whatever.
I refuse.
I didn't say Scar, go out and buy it right now.
No, I'm just saying no. I refused when he was playing because I'm just like I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Chase. It's going to take a lot in order to get to a certain level.
Yeah, I don't have the kind of time that you need to devote to something like that.
But yeah, that's been fun. So it's crazy, man. Because like some things I'm like Sam said, that wow, this looks like a PS1 game. But then some things you're like, wow, that's super fucking realistic. Which is, I was like cooking some meat, and then it was like dark, and like the shadows that were coming off of the fire, how it like bounced and stuff. I was like, that's like real firelight.
I didn't say like, PS1 game. I said it's like one of those old 1992 Sierra PC games. It has those kind of graphics.
Like that map that you posted in the Discord, I was like, that motherfucker's playing the original Civ.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah,
that shit like the map to the original Civ.
Yeah. We and Sam, I had how they get those maps is through a little tool that Valheim has for go to this website and you put in the seed and it would show the map or whatever. But so I got that map up of the game that we're playing on. So
yeah, I had some fun with it.
So you cheat.
I roasted a pig. Let's see, I got burnt by the stove, by the fire.
That's what you're calling her now?
Yep. I got burned.
Yeah, you got burnt.
I got burnt. No, yeah, roasted some pig. Punched some pigs. Let's see. I inhaled a lot of smoke.
That's what we call it right now?
Yeah, that's what we call it now. And got to sleep on the top bunk. So
he got a lot of hugging with a bird.
Yeah. This bird, every time I go to sleep, this bird's laid on top of me.
Okay.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh, and you're hanging out with the fire gang?
Yeah, hanging out. You seen the labyrinth, right, Scar?
Not that I can remember. I don't remember anything.
Okay, there's these little creatures, these little skinny creatures with hair and fur. They look like birds. They look like birds that are anthropomorphized birds.
Okay.
They remove their heads and they play with it. They'll throw it around to each other. Like, here's my head, pop, whatever. So they're called the Fire Gang in the movie The Labyrinth. There's these enemies who come at you in this game who look strikingly similar to the Fire Gang. That's what I was calling them. I was like, oh shit, it's the Fire Gang.
Okay.
That's what Chase is talking about.
But those guys are made out of wood or trees. So literally the forest coming alive and trying to attack you.
Yeah, you should have heard Chase. He was walking around. He was running around. Somebody, I need more. I need some wood.
Where not?
Picking up rocks.
Yeah, picked up some rocks. Yeah, almost drowned twice.
Oh yeah.
It was fun. I mean, but like I said, it would take a lot of time. It will take a lot of time invested to really, really get anywhere in that.
He almost had a tree fall on him. I was like,
shit.
The Odin comes out here and trusts us to like survive in this like wilderness and hunt and do like Viking shit, and then you die from a tree falling on you immediately.
Yeah, you get to punch the shit out of a tree and it falls, and it might fall on you. You got to get out of the way.
But yeah. So that's pretty much all I've been playing. Like,
I think you got the message. Like, I really don't want to listen to Tales of Valheim, a game that I'm never going to play. So
you will play it.
I refuse.
Why?
Yeah,
it's base building. It's base building. You love base building.
I don't have the time for it. Like resource gathering and all of that kind of stuff, and having to figure out how to make shit. And
I don't have the time, Chase.
I don't have the fucking time. I don't even have time for the stuff that the fucking base building games that I like. Like, I definitely don't have the time for a base building game I've never played before. It's like when you told me about the Warhammer shit. I was like, man, shit.
No, yeah, he's like, I don't have time for that. I saw that.
Yeah, I have absolutely no time for that.
Oh, that Warhammer comes out on Game Pass, isn't it? Or is it already out? That new one.
I think you're talking about Dark type, the Left 4 Dead type one.
There's a Warhammer. No, wait. I'm thinking of Age of Empire. Never mind. Age of Empire 4 dropped, I think, already on Game Pass.
That looks dope. I want to try it, but I
want to try it, but I don't want to. I know I'm going to have to invest a lot of time in it, and I don't have a lot of time.
And I have PC Game Pass. I mean, I have Game Pass Ultimate, so I have the PC. I've never played a PC game. Well, through Game Pass Ultimate.
I only have the PC Game Pass. It's $9.99, and you get the online play for free. So that's cool.
I got a code. I ended up having to give it away for a free 3 months for PC Game Pass.
I got that already. And that's what I'm playing with.
It's for new customers, so like you can't like I tried to give it to Blue, and he couldn't.
And Blue was like, nah.
He couldn't use it because he's still in his. I think he's good till February.
Yeah. I got mine till February.
Yeah, so I just pay monthly. I pay the $15 every month. So, and I've done it since this came out because right when it was coming out, my fucking Xbox Live ended, and I was just like, you know what? Just go sign up for this shit, and then I ain't got to worry about paying for Xbox Live anymore.
Cool. Chase, anything else you're playing?
That's it.
Yeah. Cool. As for me, I've been playing The Sims 4. Really starting to really just be annoyed by the game because like there's not much else you can do. I don't want to get married because I know once I get married, I'm gonna have to control 2 characters, which I really don't want to do.
That sounds like your character, because like every time I see like you're going live, it says like you're trying to romance as many
Yeah,
people as
no,
possible.
yeah. Like I was trying to get him to be like a
I
player, you know.
no, he a hoe.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, he
Oh
said
no,
it.
but once I got Bella, because like my main objective in this game was to get Bella Goth. The thing is, she's married to Mortimer, and I finally got her. I finally got her to leave her husband. So yeah, so now my objective now is to just fuck with her for a while.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not trying to get married, and I don't think I can advance much without getting married. So,
Oh, that's
so we're currently at an impasse right there. I restarted my Animal Crossing island because certain someone, not me, but certain someone, bought an OLED and tried to move their Animal Crossing stuff to there, and Nintendo was like, nope.
shit.
So yeah, they had to start all over again. So as a show of support, I decided, hey, I'll restart too. I don't care. I got tired of my island anyway.
That was nice of you. Was your did something happen to your girl?
That's what I'm talking about. But I didn't want to be explicitly.
No, just all you had to do is say my girl. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta say like like my boo thing or something like that. No, that's my girl. Something happened to my girl. Her shit got fucked up. She got an OLED and shit ain't go good. So I was in a show of solidarity and also a little bit simping. I just told her I'd do it too.
Well, it's mostly because I'm just kind of I'll just once you get to a certain level in that game, it's really nothing to do. So I'm like, okay, well, let me just start fresh so I can at least do stuff.
I've never.
I can at
played
least have objectives. Yeah, once you get to a certain point, you're just kind of like, okay, now what? And Nintendo already said they're not going to make any more updates for it. So I'm like, well, I got nothing else to do now. I guess I might as well just restart.
Kind of like how I feel about the Division.
Yeah, you already reached that max level.
Yeah, I got 4 characters at max level. I want to delete one and start over.
Oh, in Sims, I don't know if it was Sims 3 or 4, but Amber was playing it one time. She was like, well, I'm just going to play as this one character. And then that one character, she had to watch TV, and then it was something funny on TV or something, and it laughed so hard it died, and it was game over.
Fuck. Whoa.
That was one time when I was playing The Sims 1. I had a husband and wife in The Sims 1, and the wife bought a lamp. And the husband came home. I don't know what it was about that lamp. Something about that lamp just pissed him the fuck off, and he just really went off. He went off so hard on her about that lamp that he died.
Shit. I don't think I've ever played The Sims long enough for someone to die, unless that that one time where you put someone in a room full of
With no doors.
Heaters or fireplaces, and you take the door away.
Well, I'm not a maniac, so I haven't done that.
I've done that. I've tried. I attempted the one with the swimming pool also, but that just made me feel bad. So I put the fucking ladder back.
Somebody on Reddit posted a video where they did that to one of the kids. I was like, oh, that's a bit much. It's a bit dark.
No, sometimes the little bastard deserve it.
I was like, dang.
The worst part about it is the little bastard is of your own creation.
Right? It's your little bastard. Let me see what else. Oh, play Phasmophobia with the crew. That game they put some updates in there to where you'll see like cursed objects. You'll actually see Slenderman now and like the Blair Witch, even though they never showed the Blair Witch in the movie. That's neither here nor there. I made that joke in the game about like the whole Josh thing, because they were like, okay, we were leaving the house one time in the game, and the freaking ghost locked the door on me. I was the last one to leave, and the ghost locked the door. I was like, oh crap! So when it started hunting, or when it started roaming around to kill you, they said hide in the corner, and I hid in the corner, and I said, what is this, the Blair Witch? I have to face the corner.
Yeah, I think you
Crickets.
Yeah.
Fucking crickets. I was like, you children.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see. So yeah, playing some of that. Been playing a bit of Call of Duty Vanguard. That's a lot of fun. I mean, I don't really take it too seriously.
I wouldn't mind playing a Call of Duty campaign.
Yeah, I haven't actually played the campaign. It's funny. I bought the last two Call of Duties. One of them is still sitting unopened on my dresser.
Well, you actually have a disc.
Well, yeah, it was like the last two. Well, I think the reason I was still buying this for my Xbox is because it would go on sale, and like I had a discount at the time, so I was like, oh snap! With my discount, this comes out to $20. Holy shit!
You actually work at a place where you can buy things like that. You know what I mean? I don't. Like, I got to go out of my way to go to somewhere to actually buy a physical copy of a game.
Yeah, you have to go out of your way. But no, so yeah, so like the last two, I think it's like Cold War and the one before that, the
Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare.
Yeah, Modern Warfare, and also the one before that one. Never played any of them, and I own all three of those.
Infinite Warfare?
1942, I think, or something.
Oh, it's called World War II. It's just called World War II.
Oh, it's called World War II? Okay. Yeah, World War II, Modern Warfare, and Cold War. Never opened any of them. They're still. Well, I think I opened them. I never played them.
Wow.
But I did get Vanguard as a gift, so that was cool. So
one of them doesn't have a campaign, right?
Does it?
That's Black.
No,
Ops
it doesn't
4.
have a. It doesn't have a campaign on the previous genres. I don't know how that worked.
Well, Black Ops 4 didn't have a campaign at all.
At all?
Right.
I think Black Ops 3 didn't have a campaign on like the lower systems or something.
Yeah. But the campaign of the new Modern Warfare is really good, I think. I played that one.
I actually played a little bit of that, and then I was like, okay, this is fun. But with certain games just don't hold my attention, so I was just like, eh. So I never went back to it.
It only has to hold your attention for just like a few hours, and then you're done with it.
Until like a little 4-hour game, 3-hour games. Yeah. But no, I think that's basically it. Might get into something a little at some point. That's all.
Yeah. I'm hearing people having problems on PC, so beware.
I'm always having problems on PC.
Okay. Makes sense. We got anything else going on?
You got anything else? Nothing weird, okay?
Well, damn. Can't talk about S&M or any of that stuff, huh? Okay, well, I was talking about, Metallica S&M.
Yeah, sure.
Greatest album ever. One of the greatest. Concert. One of the greatest albums ever. Fuck what you heard.
Fuck what you heard.
All right, so we good here?
Sure.
I think it was a pretty productive show.
Thank you, Chase. I texted you like hours ago when I was like, what time is the show? And you didn't text me until right when the show was going to start.
And I called him back because I was making cookies, so I'm rolling cookies when the text comes in, so I gotta use my knuckle to try to get from the YouTube video that I'm watching to actually try to call him back to tell him what time the show was.
The worst part was that I actually texted Chase an hour earlier before that, and I was like, you know what? He's not going to respond. Let me just text Scar.
Yeah.
Hey. The boy gets busy,
Right. Okay. Well, thank you guys for checking us out. I think we had a pretty good show. I think so. We'll be back in your ear holes in another 2 weeks. Do the things like share, subscribe, tell your mom and them, tell your cousin them, tell everybody. Go and leave reviews on the places to leave reviews. I can't think of anything right now because for some reason I have a massive headache right now.
Leave a Amazon review.
The Amazon review for the podcast?
Yeah.
Where they do that at?
Where they purchased the podcast on Amazon Prime.
I wish somebody purchased the podcast on Amazon Prime. Shit.
And just give them a good pop.
So, do the things. Just like, share, subscribe. I know there's a link to, there's a note about the app where you can leave a review on each episode individually. So if you listen to the episode and you want to leave a review, just make sure that you remind us or say something to us that you left a review on the episode so we can go look. Because especially with some of you that are in different countries, if you go to one of these places or the reviews, we have to actually change the country in order to see what the review was.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. It's not all inclusive just yet. So this show, both versions of the show will be on the Geeks on Right Universe YouTube page. Go there, subscribe, ring the bell if you want to. I know a lot of people are just really, really like gung ho about you need to ring that bell. Like it's not that serious. Like,
well, I'm like I ain't ringing no bell because I get enough of notifications like on just regular stuff. I don't need notifications that your YouTube video is going live.
Yeah, and I have so many subscriptions to. I have over 200 subscriptions on YouTube, so I don't have none of my bells rung because my phone will be constantly going off.
Right.
And damn that. So do all of the things, man. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back in your ear holes in another 2 weeks or so. And then we might is it the next show? The next show would be after Christmas.
Let's see.
Do we want to chill out do we want to chill out from here until after the new year?
What do you guys think?
I can still do the show. I don't have a problem. I will have my daughter with me for the next show. Well, she'll be here. She won't necessarily be on the show.
I have nothing else going on, literally. So
okay, then we'll be back. Okay, we can do it. So yeah, we'll be back in another 2 weeks in your ear holes.
We'll be back to pleasure your ears.
Oh, speaking of pleasuring, have y'all heard about fucking? They were going off on Twitter about Nancy Reagan.
Dang, who's she pleasuring?
Apparently,
so it's not Ronald, huh?
No. Apparently, in Hollywood, in her younger days, Nancy Reagan was the head doctor in Hollywood. She was the head doctor in Hollywood, and she got it. Apparently, she got it in. That's one of the reasons why Ronnie was like, "All right, I like her," because she was the head doctor. So yeah, people are going back and like looking up people's like biographies and stuff like that, and be like, yeah, she was the head doctor. She was about that life. Because somebody like Meghan McCain or some bullshit like that, like did a post where she said that that Madonna and Nancy Reagan are like a year apart in age, and and Nancy Reagan is was much more classier than Madonna or something like that. I don't know the full story, but then people started going in about Nancy Reagan being the head doctor, and that shit is fucking hilarious. And because of them talking about Nancy Reagan being the head doctor, I can't get Throat Baby. Now, it's a song that I'm pretty sure neither of you know, but it was a very popular song over the past year. I can't get that fucking song out of my head because it's about,
Hey man, I'm old school, man. Blowjob Betty, that was the jam.
Yeah. Throat Baby is a song that's very popular with the youngins in the past year.
So is it the modern day version of Put It in Your Mouth?
It's worse. It's way worse.
Oh god, it's worse than that. Because that was pretty vile.
No, it's basically like a love story to the lady who gives him head. Like it's like, really good at this. I really appreciate this. Like, you know what I mean? But in a modern rap sort of way.
All right.
So, yeah. Look up Throat Baby.
That's fine. That's okay.
If you want a little bit more, there's an older song, and because I learned this because of the Alabama's mass band, their summer band, plays Throat Baby. They added in a clip from an older song that came out in 1997 called "Love in Your Mouth."
Okay, that one I've never heard.
Yeah, it's by somebody named Kilo Ali or whatever, but I've never heard of him either. But I heard the song "Love in Your Mouth," and it's basically the same thing. It's basically the same type of, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that type of thing. So go do that. "Love in Your Mouth." Yeah, mouth. Y-A. Love in Your Mouth. In Your Mouth. And then listen to Throat Baby.
And then go back further and listen to Blowjob Betty. Don't tell me you never heard that one. That was a classic.
I don't think I know that one. I never listened to a lot of Too Short. I never listened to Too Short.
I was 13 and pretty much anything was out
But
there.
you're like halfway across the country. Like you're like a whole half of the country closer to him than I was. Like I didn't really listen to his music until he moved to Atlanta and started making music with Lil Jon. Like you know what I mean? So there was like I'm from like a completely different era of Too Short. Like I knew some of the songs, but not really like anything that I really wanted to like really discuss with nobody. You know, like you know,
He's like, let me tell you about this song.
yeah, like it's like you know, like and like people like Rashani who are from the West Coast, like they love like Too Short and they love like E40. You know,
I think it's like I had cousins from that area, like the NorCal area.
yeah, and
Listen to stuff
you
like
know,
Silly Cell and stuff like that. EA Ski.
yeah, and you know like how E40. I didn't make this joke up, but like it's like he raps in cursive. Um,
Hey, we'll talk about E40 fans are really like that.
E40 making all of these slang words, but like nigga, I've heard the double Dutch bus before. Um, okay, the show's ending. Goddamn it! Thank y'all. We'll be back in 2 weeks after Christmas. I hope your Christmas is going to be really fucking dope, and you get everything that you wish for. I'm you know, my daughter says she want money, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I ain't got to worry about shipping nothing. I ain't got to worry about fuck yeah, man. I'll just give you some money. So peace out. The Warriors, yo. Bam,
Peace out.
bam, bam.
Later.
I like that shit, yeah, boy. Yeah, I'm telling you, Whoa. I'm telling. All right, I ain't gonna talk.